Alrighty, so first of all, we got a little puffball on some moss. I ain't sure what kind this is though, because it's kind of too young. Some more right here. And these were on a pretty decent sized fallen log, growing on wood. On another one, I got these little fern things. And in this area also were these wood ear fungus. And these are edible. They're pretty translucent in the sunlight. They're really pretty. I found this right here on the log with the puffballs. It's some type of oyster. It has a stem though. Not sure what kind of oyster though. It's got decurrent gills and a slight yellowish color to it. I harvested some of these so I could research them more. But at this moment I currently don't know what they are exactly. But they're really pretty. And they're quite large too. And under the same log I found this comb tooth fungus in the Hericium genus, Hericium coralloides. And these are edible. And look how beautiful they are. Here's another one on the same log on the other side of it. 2 more clusters. I harvested those. I also found this jack-o'-lantern, Enfilatus subilludens. If you're in the Gulf Coast area, it's going to be subilludens. Have more of a dark brownish color. And I also found my first ever lion's mane on another log. And this one was pretty decent size too. And as you can see, it's absolutely beautiful. And these are edible as well, along with the comb tooth. And you can see the size of my hand right here. And on the other side of the same log, I found 2 more clusters, but someone had removed these. Pretty recently, actually. And I took this big one right here, and this is the one that I harvested for food. Absolutely beautiful. On this tree here, down near the bottom, I missed this the first time I walked around, but we got some oysters up here on the left, some fall oysters, Pleurotus austriatus, and we also have some Ganoderma right here, Ganoderma sessile. These Ganoderma do not have stems, but they have the typical pore surface you see, and the oysters have the gills underneath. I found some elephant ears in this little swamp wetland area. And in this little swamp area, I found some more oysters. And these were much larger. It rained a few days ago, so these things plumped up real nice. I harvested some of the softer ones. After they get to a certain size, they get really tough and you don't want to really eat them. So I just leave some of them so they can drop their spores again. And here's the underside of those. And behind it was another specimen. And this one's going to be the deer mushroom, Pluteus cervinus. And it's going to have a stem, not decurrent gills, and a pinkish color to the gills. And the spore print's going to be buff to a pale pink. And these are also edible. And just look at the size of these leaves on these things. So pretty. Here's another oyster cluster. But as you can see, this one has some type of decay on it already. Some type of, I don't know what that is, algae or something. Got some deer prints. I tried to replicate a cool move on camera, but I ended up falling. I slid down that little dirt hill on 1 foot, but yeah, it didn't work out. It worked out this time though, but the first one was the coolest one. Oh man, these are huge. Look at the size of these. Oh wow. I was hoping to see them glow in the dark, but they're not glowing right now. Oh, there's more over there too. Wow. Just look at those. They're jack-o'-lanterns. You can tell by the orange color, and they got more of an orange brown than like a orange. They're not honey mushrooms. Do not confuse them. You don't want to eat these suckers. But they glow in the dark, y'all. I'm serious. I've seen it with my own eyes. They're so beautiful. They're fresh too. Alrighty, so right here, I am harvesting my mushrooms. I'm just cutting away the softer parts and discarding any parts that are too tough. And also, I'm discarding any parts that are covered with too much bark or dirt. And here I have the edible ones, oyster mushrooms. I have my wood ears, and I have my deer mushrooms. And I have this Ganoderma, which I thought I could get the outer bits, but it was still too tough. It's almost like wood on the inside. I cut it open, and it's tough as wood, so I didn't eat that one. I use those for medical purposes. They're supposed to have like a sleepy type effect to them. But here's the coral fungus, and that's the hardest one because it has so many little crevices. It's hard to get all the dirt out. And the lion's mane, I just cut away the core. It's kind of tough and really spongy, so I cut out the outside bits. And I have separate containers that I'm putting these in. And after I get all these cut up, I'm going to take them to the sink. And I'm just going to rinse them out in several changes of water and just let the water run off and filter as much dirt as possible out. And then after that's done, after I get most of the dirt off of them, I'm just going to put them on some baking pans with some paper towels and just let them dry. And then we'll have our harvest. And the thing about the deer mushrooms is that they hold a lot of water. So if you can, it's best to not really rinse your mushrooms as much as possible. But since these were wild caught, I decided to do it. And you can see the pinkish spores coming off of these deer mushrooms. So overall, I got about 4 containers worth of mushrooms here. And I'm going to use these for various recipes. Thank you for watching.